Welcome back to the Apex Warriors Symbiotic presenting with the Diamond Beats. Yes, they thought it was all over, but yet we got another hot, sweltering summer. I hope you're enjoying it like I am, and I hope you've been carrying on with the exercise, training, doing all that you can do in the daytime and in the evening time on the exercise that we went through. I didn't show you all of them that I do, but I showed you a vast amount of exercises, and we also went into diet and the best practices that you could start to use yourself and maybe achieve some reasonable gains, maybe weight management, losing weight or gaining weight, depending on which side of the spectrum you're at. I speak about music in its broadest terms. We talk about my philosophy and my approach to music. And we also talk about the 90s, the 80s, the 70s music that influenced me, myself, and a lot of my peers who got into the 90s. And we're also going to be talking about how technology has shaped our future, our past, and our present. When we use sound systems, we often use technology to our advantage. We would use mixing desks, we would use microphones, we would use speakers, amplifiers, and other pieces of equipment. And I'm going to concentrate on the mixing desk, which some of you already know about. Nowadays, you can get your home studio with a mixer in it. You can use Technics, you can use a PV desk, a Behringer desk, Allen and Heath, all sorts of desks out there, Mackie desks. Which one you prefer to install, depending on how much you want to spend there. You're spending on a home studio. And if you're going into broadcasting, you may be using more high definition quality mixers. And this is something that we learnt about in the 90s mixers, because we plug other bits of equipment into the mixer, i.e. your turntables. So if you ever had two turntables, they could go into one mixer, make it easy to play one track after the other. Rather than playing one track and then taking that one off and putting another one on, you could use the crossfader. You could also take decks into the mixer, a CD player, and you could also put speakers that would be amplified mixer at that time. We also now have powered speakers, so you can still use mixers with just speakers. You don't need to have an amplifier. But at the time when we was using the sound system or gaining our experience, we were using amplifiers, H&H, MOSFET amplifiers. We've spoken about bits of that. And this is how we gain our knowledge on the musical and the scientific side of it and the sound quality that we gained, and we earned our reputation for being able to bring out to the audience was because of the equipment, and the wires, the leads were all part of this. And as I said, mixers was a very important part of the DJ and the sound system
culture at the time and still is to this day. You
often see DJs now using all-in-one interfaces that basically have the mixer built into them. These are high quality, high definition bits of equipment, usually using MP3 files or WAV files. And it depends on where you are as a DJ to what type of equipment you want to use. You might want to use Pioneer, Akai. These are of companies they have built their reputation from building high quality and high specification and bits of equipment. You also have Technics in the game.
going face Newmark is another name Yamaha I mentioned.
Part and parcel of the system fraternity was different, and you wouldn't really just have DJs on the sound system. You would have a selector, you would have a MC, who was also called a DJ, funnily enough, evolving during the 90s. And we gained other avenues were opened up to us via the sound system. So keep watching 2026, and hopefully you'll be watching the England game and enjoying the summer heat, enjoying the World Cup, as it's been a fabulous tournament. I've enjoyed it. I'm not going to tell you what day it is exactly, but the England are playing today. Knockout game. Yeah, it's going to be a magnificent battle, and it should get them through to the next round. maybe even the semi-final. Who knows? Anyway, fingers crossed and keep watching.
And adios.